This is the Monday edition of Morning News today on eNCA.
Well, yet another Gauteng high school is embroiled in a natural hair scandal.
A grade 9 pupil from Hyde Park High School faces detention because of her afro.
Well, in 2016, there was a similar case at Pretoria High School for girls.
Well, our colleague Silindelo Masikane is following the story. She's joining us now in the studio. Silindelo, just tell us a little bit more about the story. We saw the report earlier. Just give us a bit of a background. What's at issue here?
All right, so we have a young girl from Hyde Park High School, and she had just really taken out her hair from her plaits, her braids, had washed it out and just was letting it breathe, you know, because you can't always have your hair in braids. You need to give it a break now and then just to, you know, let your hair follicles, you know, breathe. So she had done that, washed it, tied it up nicely in a ponytail, high, and as you would know with an afro, because of the curls and the coils, it's very hard to get it flat. So the best way to get it up and neat is to have it up in a ponytail. So she did exactly that, according to school rules. She happened to be a bit late for school on Friday, arrived to record her record of lateness at the reception. As soon as she got to the teacher who was at the reception, the teacher just immediately said, "You've got detention." And she was just like, "I don't understand why." And the teacher said, "Well, your hair is distracting. It's too big and it's distracting." That's all she was told. So she was taken aback but accepted the punishment, and she's supposed to serve this detention later this week. She told her mom about it, who actually couldn't believe it, in fact, because though they had thought they really had her hair neat and appropriate for school. And so now we have this young girl, 13 in grade 9, going to do detention just because her hair was in a ponytail and it's distracting.
So, Asli, at this point, I mean, it hadn't been a distraction to anybody because she just got to school. No other kid had complained. No classmates had complained that this distracted them from lessons.
Exactly.
It was purely what the teacher had to
Exactly. So there hadn't been really any complaints from anybody. She literally had just arrived for school to start her school day and was served with detention for later this week.
What's the school policy on hair? Have they shared that with you?
Yes, we actually did go through the school policy on hair, and it goes to say that your hair needs to be neat. It needs to be out of your face. If
her hair was neat, it was out of her face.
If you've got long hair, it needs to be up in a ponytail. So she says that if it is down, it does go past her shoulders, and so it is appropriate for her to have it up in a ponytail, but it seems even that wasn't good enough.
So from reading the policy yourself, it looks like what she did was allowable.
Exactly. It seems there was absolutely nothing wrong with her hairstyle, in fact, because it says specifically that your hairstyle must not be distracting. So I can't see how a ponytail is distracting.
So at this stage, it looks like it was an opinion of one teacher.
Yes, it does.
Because she was late. The hair was used as an excuse, maybe.
And that's not even the principal.
It's not even the principal, no. So we've spoken to the department. They will be investigating. They will be sending a team out to the school this week, and just to find out and clarify exactly what the issue is, and to look into the school's code of conduct around the hair policy, because as we saw in 2016, what we found at Pretoria Girls High was that the hair policy or the rules around how black girls can wear their hair was victimizing black girls, and in fact was found to be racist after a probe.
You know, neatness, yes, I am for that. I just don't understand in 2019
exactly how we're still talking about hair.
Yeah,
and natural black girls' hair.
And the package you did, the report you did, which we played earlier, you could see the mother going to extent of making sure that it's tied up properly
and making sure that it's neat and flat and out of her face. It's actually quite mind-boggling.
Our schools must wake up. This is an African country.
Yeah, but it's also up to parents, because it's parents who really endorse these codes of conduct. It's schools that write these
governing bodies and stuff.
Exactly.
So what happens now, Slee? She's at class as normal?
She will be going to school.
Obviously will be no detention this week.
Well, we don't know.
She's supposed to be detained
on Thursday.
This week.
Exactly. She must go and do her detention later this Thursday. That is when they have these sorts of detentions scheduled for the kids if you've done something wrong. So we understand that the department will send a team out and see whether she does deserve, in fact,
when you
to
say
go
the
to
department, is that Panyaza Lesotho's department, the Gauteng
Department of Education. Yes. So they will be sending out a team just to clarify whether there has been a transgression, and if not, why is this girl meant to go?
It was the first time, or there'd been issues before.
Exactly. And it was the first time she actually had her hair out for school. She usually has it in braids. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll find out what's going to be happening there later on. Well, we still stay